what's going on 220? Hope you're all super well. Today's the day I get the cortisone injection. You guys know I am the biggest fan of needles, but Sparky, still growing up, still becoming a big dog. Any last words for me, mate, before I get my cortisone injection?
Be brave. You're a man now.
I'm a man, I can do it.
I won't be there to hold your hand. You'll be alright.
And the last time I had a needle, well, an injection, I fainted.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was actually, that was the day or the day before I did my meniscus. I think it was the day of.
You're kidding?
Yeah, that day I had an injection, and then that night I go to training and tear my meniscus. There you go. That's probably why. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's the root cause.
Alright, off we go. I have no idea what it is with needles that makes me like freeze up, or I don't know. They're really just not my favorite thing, but of course I'm gonna do anything to save this knee, anything to help it, even if that means getting a needle into my knee. Oh man, I'm nervous, but yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm always gonna get it done. It's just really not nice for me to think about. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit subtle about this, but you know you're in good hands and in a really good facility when right next door is, this is for all my AFL fans, I got the Sydney Swans training right here. Bit of AFL. I was never really a fan of AFL, but you know, this is the dream. The professional football scene, well, professional athlete. Just come down, train every morning, just improve, get better. That is the goal. Man, wouldn't that be nice? How cool. So we have arrived. The place I need to go is kind of like just down there a little bit. You can't quite see. Now, as I said, this, like, I'm getting a lot of messages and a lot of comments saying, speak to Knees Over Toes, speak to these different Instagram accounts and these different people about my knee injury. What I want to say on that is, man, the people that I'm seeing, like the physio that I'm seeing right now is in charge of the Sydney Swans, which is a professional AFL team. He's been doing this for years and years and years. Sydney FC A-League players go to this facility. They're like sponsored by them, so all the players go here. I think the Sydney Roosters as well, which is an NRL team, right next door, they all come here. It's just, I'm surrounded by the best people, and I'm gonna trust these guys because, I mean, when you have top athletes going there and the physio's working on them, you know that they're professionals and they understand the body. So that's what I was saying. That, look, if none of this works, nobody knows anything, we'll get a few more opinions, and maybe I will end up speaking to these other people, but it's so important. If you trust people and if you're in good hands, stick with them. Just because other people say, oh, do this, do that, you don't have to do it. Just, if you trust the people you're with, that's so important, and I really do. Just because we haven't solved the issue yet doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. All right, in we go, needle time. I'm 15 minutes early, and oh, yuck. So, I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get a needle just stuck right in there. Like, that's disgusting, yuck. So this stadium that you can see there, that's the Sydney Football Stadium. That's where Sydney FC play all their games. Australia play there sometimes. And then there's the Sydney FC logo. So this Brian Kennedy Hall is the place to be, man. I'm here. I'm ready. Doctor's gonna be coming soon. I don't want to do this. I hate needles, man. I do not like needles. Oh, man. Right, I didn't catch you guys after the injection. Oh my, when that needle gets put into your knee or wherever you're having a cortisone, I've heard it's pretty painful, and I knew that going into the injection. So I sit down, I like lie on my side, I cover my face, and it just felt like someone gave me a dead leg, and I was like this close to fainting. I don't know what it is, man, with needles. I just can't do it, but we did it. We got it done. It's a couple days post cortisone injection. For the next week, since the cortisone, I'm not able to play golf, minimize my walking, and kind of just keep the load off my knee. That's what I've been told, because we want to give this the best chance to work And after the week, I can start walking around, and then I'm going to start to try and replicate that creaking sound again well, not replicate it, but just go about my normal day. And if it happens, it happens. So I'm just reading online. Cortisone shots are injections that can help relieve pain and inflammation in a specific area of your body. It is a pain relief. And for me personally, I'm not sure if that will fix my issue, because for me, in my opinion, I think it's like a functional problem that I'm having. There's something that's getting in the way of, like, when I move, something's moving out of place, and that's just what I think. Am I right? I mean, I don't know. That's why I also think these people like Knees Over Toes or other Instagram accounts or people can't necessarily help me. I mean, they have programs to help fix knees. I can't even squat, man. I still can't squat without getting immense pain. And that's not because I'm not doing my rehab. That's not because I'm not doing any. It's just, that's how my knee is. And as much as it sucks, that's just how it is. And I don't know. We'll see after this week if this helps. Fingers crossed it does. And then we can start doing the rehab in full force and get back to it. But we'll see. So I'll update you guys kind of like a week a little bit, see what happens. But yeah, it's kind of like rest time for me now. Man, just so, I don't even know the word. It's like upsetting, frustrating. There's so many emotions going through my head that I can't even explain. Obviously, the cortisone injection hasn't worked. The other day I was, just getting back to my normal life, and I just went down to the golf course I didn't play because I didn't want to walk an absolute ton, but I was collecting the balls that I hit. I was just doing a little bit of practice, and there's a slight incline, like hardly anything. Yeah, there's a bit of an incline, and I kind of like not jog, but like glide across the ground. So it's not like running really, but it's like gliding. And after about 3 steps, and I had already felt the creaking pains kind of come on during the week just from random little things, but after about 3 steps, I got the creaking pain, which comes with immense pain, the creaking noise, and like I had to stop. And then for the rest of the night, it just killed me. Like, not killed me, but there was definitely some aggravation there. And like I said earlier in the week, I think this is something that's a functional thing. And when we spoke with the surgeon last, the idea was that if the cortisone doesn't work, we're gonna have to go in for another surgery. And yeah, like I just want to live normally, honestly. I just really want to live normally, play football, train, and that's what sucks for me right now. I can't do any of that. I just have to, man. Of course, injury has its setbacks, and we got to find the benefits in it, but for a minute here, it's just, looking at the negative side, it does really suck. 100% it sucks, but this is the journey. This is what we got to get through, and I'm sure once we have this surgery, I honestly have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen, but if we have the surgery, maybe they'll just cut the stitch out, maybe take the whole meniscus out, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to take the whole meniscus out because that means when I'm like 40, I'm going to have really bad arthritis, but just sucks, man. It's so... Anyway, we got a call with the doctor pretty soon. I'm going to put Papa Tweety on and he can review that call, and then I'll catch you guys at the end of the video.
So, it doesn't look like the cortisone worked. Sheldon had the injection. We waited the obligatory 10 days, and then he started to do some exercises, and the scraping, horrible pain came back. So you'd have to say the cortisone, while it probably didn't do any harm, didn't really do any good. So that's another 2 weeks gone, and we're no further forward, which is extremely frustrating. Yesterday we talked to the surgeon, explained all that to him, and he had previously said that if it didn't work, we'd come in and talk to him and another specialist. So that's what we're going to do. I can't see any other outcome from this except that they're going to have to cut Sheldon's knee open and have a poke around. Now, I'm probably the only person in the world, apart from Sheldon, who's put my hand on his knee when it's making that scraping sound, so that I've felt it as well as heard it. And my incredibly expert opinion, after decades and decades of looking at knees, is that it's bone scraping together. I mean, it sounds like two rough surfaces scraping together, sliding against each other, and the only really rough, hard surfaces inside a knee are bones. So my theory is that some little edge of the knee bone is not being cushioned by the meniscus, and under certain really weird circumstances it's rubbing together. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's something simpler than that, but I reckon the only way to find out is to go in, have a proper look. But we'll see what the doctor says. Next week we'll probably get to see him again, and on we go.
So I just had to listen to what Papa Tweety had to say. You know, that is right. He's the doctor and Dad are the only two people who have put their hand on my knee and felt what it sounds like, but felt what it feels like in there. Weird. So I'll try and keep you guys updated a little bit more. I know I was a little bit slack on the vlogs with all of this, but I do want to put out a bit more content. It is just very hard for me. This is just such a tough time going through all this and not being able to do football, not being able to train. You know, it sucks, but it is what it is. So it seems to me outside. I'm actually liking this. Subscribe and join us.